All right. Good evening, everybody. It's April 7th, 2021. And tonight on Two Nights Thoughts, um, been thinking about the border crisis over there at the border. And was kind of talking things over with my dad. We were discussing how things were, at the beginning of the year, compared to how they are now. And the difference between how Trump handled things or tried to handle things and the way Biden and Harris are handling things. So now I didn't do it right now, dates, exact dates or different things. So what I thought I would do is I would just talk about things that I saw happening and things that are happening today and kind of make a, crossing between the two. So we had a bunch of illegals coming across the border like crazy. Donald Trump become president. He immediately started to take certain steps to try to make that, to try to fix that problem as best he could. He made a campaign promise that he was going to build a wall. And by God, he started building that wall, right? With all kinds of opposition, trying to stop him the whole time. So, anybody who can think back and remember just about every move that he made at some point was being challenged by some federal judge somewhere, in Hawaii someplace or something crazy where, they just kept trying to stop him and trying to stop him. Donald Trump tried to follow the law all the way through his presidency. I was very proud of him for doing that. I kept rooting for him to just stand up and say, enough is enough with you suckers. But he let the law play out, and that you got to hand it to him for doing that. So anyways, he started building the wall. As soon as Biden got in and had any say so, that border wall stopped. Now, I don't know. I've read some stuff and heard some stuff like they're even talking about restarting and start building on the thing some more, whatever. But as of right now, from what I understand, they stopped the border wall. Donald Trump supporting the Border Patrol, giving them guidance, figuring out what they needed, Biden and Harris. And I say Biden and Harris more because Biden, he passed the buck on to her anyway. So both of them, they abandoned the Border Patrol. Seems like they're kind of just like, hey man, whatever, and they're overwhelmed. Obviously, they're overwhelmed. I can remember both Trump and Melania Trump going down to the border to check out what was going on down there. Personally went down there. Like I said, Biden, he does a press conference and he puts it on Kamala Harris, or however the hell you say her name, to go down and do it. And she laughs about it, and she ain't even gone. Been weeks since he, put her, in charge of that particular deal. So I completely different. Trump cares. Biden and them, what the hell are they doing? That's obviously there's like a tidal wave of illegal people trying to get into this country. When it was happening with Trump basically put a stop to it. Biden and them. So Trump's message was don't come. They had those caravans were coming down, all those people coming through Mexico. What did Donald Trump do? He got on the phone and told that Mexican president, hey, you either stop this or, gave him a threat, threatened him with sanctions and whatever else he did, and Mexico went and turned them around. Biden's message is doors wide open. Come on in. We're not set up to handle that. Why are they doing that? These people don't have the right to be here. They got to go through a process. That's the law. Go through the process, become an American citizen, not come over here and start taking advantage of things that American citizens cannot take advantage of. So it makes me mad. Donald Trump working alongside with the Mexican president, if I'm not mistaken, that Mexican president sent Mexican troops over to the border to help secure it on their side. And not only on our southern border with them, our joining border, but they sent it, to their southernmost border and was keeping them, them caravans from coming through, So, like I said, I can't remember the exact date, but as soon as they found out Joe Biden was in, then people started coming. Here they come. Let us in, Joe. Donald Trump had it down to it seemed like he had it down to a trickle. There was we weren't having the problems that we were having. Now it's just a flood. Floodgates are open. Everybody's, up in arms about the cages. Obama, Biden built the cages. Everybody knows that. Trump utilized the cages. What else did he have? And then here comes the savior, Biden and Harris, and the cages it's even worse than it's ever been. Plus, we're in this pandemic, and we got these people that, geez, man, they're shutting all of us down. Why are they letting this happen down at the border? I have no idea. It just should be doors shut. It's not fair. From what I understand, they've been catching MS-13 gang members that are on their lists. They get overflowed at these different entrance points, and they let thousands of people just flood into the United States. There's no way to track them, no court dates anymore. They're just basically letting them go so there's room to get more to come in so they can put them through whatever the process is down there. Very confusing. I have no idea. But I was just reading an article, I believe it was on Fox News, and it was talking about that according to the Department of Homeland Security, these families, when they're being split up, or they're coming in and they're supposed to be reuniting them with some kind of families here in the United States, and not one, according to the Department of Homeland Security, they're saying that not one of these family members have been reunited. I don't understand. So this is just a conservative guy, not understanding what the heck I'm looking at. I do not know what's going on. I know that there's laws, right is right, wrong is wrong. If you come into this country illegally, immediately upon you stepping foot on United States soil, you are a criminal. You have broken the law. It's that simple. If you don't have any respect for that, just even that law, how are we to think that they're respecting any of our laws? Here in the little town that I live in, we have a very large Hispanic community around us, and some of them are outstanding. But then you have these little groups around, and it's not very hard to see, but you drive down the road and you can see that it's like they're not assimilating to America. They're trying to turn America into the Tijuana, like Mexico. It's dirty, it's trashy. They got way too many people living in the same house. They have no regard for neighbors or noise or anything else. I mean, they throw their parties, and I mean, they get it, boy. They know how to party, but they have no regard for anybody else. And it's almost feels like there's nothing that you can do about it. It's like they're protected somehow. They're above the law. And I don't think that's right either. If they come into this country, at the least, they should learn how to speak English, so people can communicate with them. And try to, don't change us into Mexico. You're coming here because supposedly, you're oppressed, or you're seeking sanctuary somehow, just do it the right way, and if you don't do it the right way, then I don't feel sorry for you. If someday you get grabbed up and you get sent packing. Rules are rules. But anyways, it's very sad. You know, looking at the pictures, seeing the kind of conditions that they're in right now. I mean, how do you hold these people? You know, I mean, that's got to suck. You know, to be, you know, in one of these places all caged in and living almost on, you know, on top of each other, you know, just hoping that you can make it. But what can you do? So I hope that a big change is coming. And part of that big change that is coming is that this gets fixed once and for all. And maybe here in the near future, we won't have to worry about this no more. So with that being said, thank you for listening. And we'll find out what the next thing that strikes me to make a video on and kind of give you my 2 cents. Thanks. Bye.